Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Depends on where you are on the globe. Today we have a problem here, and the problem is we have a leak. So, this leak, I'm not a licensed plumber. I'm trying to give you some disclaimer. I'm not a licensed plumber, I'm more like a handyman. I learned many things in my life, and I'm trying to fix this problem here, and it's a very simple thing and then simple idea. So we are going to attempt and see if we can fix this leak. The problem is the faucet is on, and even this one is little wiggly or shaky. We need some anchors inside and fix it properly. That's we are going to do this part later on when we get time. So here, if we off this, or if we turn this off, it's going to stop. That's okay. But now, how do we use the water for the garden? So this is leaking, and then this is tight. I try to see if I can tighten this, probably thinking that it's maybe it's a loose connection, but then we try again. No, it's not loose connection, is still leaking. So in order to understand fully what's the problem, we need to open this connection here. So in order to open, you need some kind of a tool, or even if it is not very tight, you can do it with your hand. So but since I have this, say this pliers, let me explain how it is. See, this can be moved around like that. So now we don't need that much, and this is adjustable pliers, and many of you, I think you may have it in your house or in a garage. Supposing if you don't have this, you may have like this. So this also is possible, and also this has a little, see, it's possible. So now for this kind of almost like a 3/4 inch, either we can use this or even this. So whatever you have it in or on hand, let's try this to open. Usually the screwing method is clockwise and anti-clockwise. So now we are trying to open, so it is anti-clockwise. So it's just loosened up. Okay, so this thing is there, but it did not help. This is Teflon tape and the paste. Many things did not work. The leak was still there. So I next we have to see if the seating is good. That means if this is not worn out, the edge is not worn out. So that means it has to be even. It has to be smooth. And then be careful not to wear some kind of gloves if you can. See, the very sharp edges are there, so you can cut yourself. Next thing is, okay, this one is okay. The water is stopping. This stopper or connection here is okay. That means the on and off valve is working okay. So now let's examine this. So this one, when I examined, there is no gasket here. You see, the gasket this is a rubber gasket. So the rubber gasket is needed in order to stop the leak. So we need to have that nicely seated, and just understand the gasket gasket has to be proper size. Okay, it cannot be oversized. Oversized means it won't fit inside. It cannot be very small, then it won't be proper. It has to see how it is nicely seated. Okay, now when that one is nicely seated here tight, it will stop the water leak. Teflon is not going to stop the leak because the main problem is the gasket. So now we are going to tighten this one. First we need to do with the hand. We don't need the pliers, so we need to hand tighten it so that we have enough strength applied. Okay, now that's good enough. As I said before, wear some gloves so that this any sharp edges you can cut. So now we're going to tighten it with these pliers. As I said, I'm using this adjustable wrench. So I'm going to give one half turn, another half turn. Okay, let's go another half turn. 3 half turns I did. So let's see. I mean, it's still loose. Okay, 4 half turns I did, and then it's getting tighter. I think 5 half turns it took for me to get it acceptable and tight. So now we are going to check and see if it is going to stop that leak. So this is a valve which is individually, I mean, this is like a two valves are there. This is the main valve, and so this is on. So we're going to see.
Oh, there's no
We
leak.
did not. So remember, my main fixing thought was it needed the gasket, not the Teflon. Teflon or any other paste will not stop the leak. So what is the main idea here? The seating of this or the bottom of this is
The
uh,
gasket.
touching the gasket in a full way or 100% of the way. It is seated nicely, and then this screw is tightened properly. Even if this is no leak anywhere here, junction. So how can we check? Finally, we take a tissue or a towel, and then we just wipe it here clean. Just wait for a few minutes and see if this work is going to be good. I'm very positive that this gasket was the main problem, and then we fixed this very nicely, and there is no leak. We did not use any paste. We did not use any. We did not use any kind of Teflon. Only the gasket was needed. So, we got that. So in this channel, we are going to address or practical tips from me, and throughout my life I learned many things, small things, and I'm not a licensed plumber or a professional, but many of such things you can attempt and try, but the safety is always to be exercised. That means using the tools, be careful with this one and be careful with this hand. Somebody can crush or somebody can pinch there by mistake, so you need to exercise lot of caution. Safety first always. So we could have used also this, but we did not use this, and we only use this. So nice. We got one item fixed today, and we'll see you again with a different project, and hope you learned a little bit. And if you are an expert already, you don't need this lesson or you don't need this tip. This is for somebody who is new or someone who is still learning. maybe for kids of growing age, or someone who is interested in many such small things or tips in life, that's without spending money. The whole idea is we are trying to save money to ourselves. So I did not spend too much money by myself. Why? Because I fixed myself. I saved on the labor. I mean, if you are willing to do something, small things yourself, you will save the labor. So all it costed me was that gasket. So I went to the store, I bought the gasket, and the gaskets are very not too expensive. Sometimes you can buy it. I mean, so you have to shop around and see where you can get a good price. So with this thought for today, and that will do, and then we will move on in my next episode on the life experience of me, which I have learned throughout my life. Bye.